You filthy gambler. Of course you wanted to play a Digimon deck, or you were just risking it all off of what you're ripping off the top. That shit doesn't surprise me at all. Let's face it, if you're watching a VTuber talk about Digimon cards, you're a filthy degenerate, and filthy degenerates, as we know, play gacha games and gamble. So this is the perfect deck for you, and let me tell you, is it a boatload of fun? Oh my god. Fun fact about this deck, before I had this version, way back, I'm talking like BT11, I had a completely different build that was a Digimon Tyrannomon deck that I ran in tournaments, and I used to fuck shit up with. It was so funny because people would be like, oh, they're running oh, what the fuck are they doing? It was so funny to see their reactions and then just watch them be locked out of games and then die to like a whiteboard. Good times, but that was a different time. This deck is much better, much more consistent, and less gimmicky. Anyways, much like the Too Many Puppets video we did recently, this is a deck to play for fun. Can you bring it to tournaments? Absolutely. I'm not going to advise you go, hey, this is a national level deck, let's play nationals. Could you win in nationals? Sure. But you're gonna have to be very familiar with the deck and do very well. This is a deck to have fun with, right? And enjoy at your locals, enjoy with your friends, enjoy on DCGO. Let's face it, one of the most fun parts about Digimon is the amount of brewing you can do, the amount of silly stuff you can come up with, and the fun you can get from there. I'm not going to say it's a weak deck because it's not, but I'm not going to pretend that it's a meta deck either. I don't want to do that to you. You don't want to hear that from me. So enough with that bullshit. Let's get into the video. All right, so here's the deck. Let's just start with the eggs and go from there. We're going to be running a 4 of ST17 Gummymon. It just has a 1 attacking. If you have a green tamer, draw a card once per turn. Just nice tempo stuff. Keep your hand full. We're also running a 1 of BT7 Koromon. 1 attacking, reveal the top card of your deck, place it at the top or bottom of your deck. This just makes it easy to filter out some cards you maybe don't want to see or the cards you do want to see when you're swinging with Digimon. Fun fact, back when I played this originally in BT11, this was what I was running as a 4 of. I actually didn't run any other eggs. If you wanted to run this as a 4 of and you didn't want to run the Koromon, or you wanted to do a 2-3 split, you're more than welcome. I just prefer to have the draw power because sometimes it's nice to have certain cards in my hand, but each their own. Then we're going to be running a 2 of BT13 Terriermon. This is the, hey, your opponents can't gain memory except for tamers, right? That's the only way they can gain memory. Currently, with the way the format is, you really need this. If I, in the future, might do the, hey, you can't reduce Digivolve effects too, right? It's pretty useful. I'm running a 1 of Agumon BT11. Sometimes you just can't hit your tamers, and having that 1 extra card to help you get there is nice. This is the on play, reveal top 4, add a tamer, rest a bottom any order, and the inheritable giving a +2 KDP is phenomenal as well. This is another card that I used to run a 4 of when some of this other stuff didn't exist. We're going to skip over for a second and go to Terriermon ST17. If you wanted to run more of the Agumons, you could go to 2 or 3 of Agumon and take 1 from Terriermon here. Terriermon says main once per turn. You may play Green Tamer or a level 3 Digimon with Lotmon in its name from your hand with a play cost reduced by 2. You're never going to play Lotmon, but you're going to notice that as we go through these Digimon here, that you're eventually going to be able to just start playing Tamers completely for free, whether it's through Terriermon and other cards or, you know, a multitude of cards. Then we're running a 4 of Palmon. This is your Ice Wall Digimon. Start of your main phase. One of your opponent's Digimon gets all turns. When this Digimon becomes suspended, you lose 2 memory until the end of turn. Considering you can force their Digimon to suspend, that's pretty cool. You get to control your memory and control them. And then also, you know, if they decide to swing, then skill issue on their part. One of the big things about this, though, is it's inheritable. It says when this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green tamer, reduce the cost by 1. This is massive. We have a goal here to blitz Digivolve into Digimon as fast as possible, as quick as possible. And having these reduction effects that we're going to see throughout this is extremely important to achieve that. Then we're going to be running a 3 of ST17 Rapidmon. This is your blocker armor purge. Digivolves for 3 over Terriermon. That says all turns once per turn. When this Digimon becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of their security Digimon get -4k DP until the end of their turn. This is so relevant that I've considered putting it to 4. It has been extremely useful, both for the blocker and for the security and just the whole thing. The whole thing has been actually very beneficial to this deck. I also used to run the old Rapidmon, the green gold, but this one has just been overall better for this variation of the deck. So this I'd hear the argument for going to 4, but I like it where it's at. I'm running one of BT11 Tyrannomon. Old habits die hard, I guess. This was another 4 of in the past. This is an on-play. When Digivolve, you may play a Tamer with a play cost of 3 or less from your hand without paying the cost. The nice thing about this is 6 out of 8 of your Tamers in this deck's variation are 3 or less. Only 2, being Mimis, are 4 cost. Keep in mind, though, it does Digivolve for 3, so you're going to take that hit pretty early. But it's also just a 5-drop, so if you just want to hard play this to get out a Tamer and a body, nobody's gonna judge you. Nobody's gonna judge you. So solid plays there. The inheritable also giving your Digimon a plus 2k while having a Tamer in play is going to be relevant, because when we're swinging over bodies on our turn, we don't want our Digimon to die to security or into whatever we're swinging into. Thwartomon, this is a no-brainer. This is BT7. It's just a very, very good card for Digimon. It has a 1 attacking, reveal a Digimon card from your hand, place it on top of your deck to have a Digimon get plus 3k DP this turn. This Digimon, I apologize. So you can boost your Digimon, place a card on top of your deck. You can top deck the card that you want to summon with Digimon's effect, and you can swing in. Why is this only at 2? Because you're going to be hitting what you want so consistently anyways. This generally isn't that serious, right? We have other champions we need for their various effects as it is, whether it's cheating stuff out or controlling the board. So this I brought down to 2. I had it at 3 for a while. I'm considering bringing it to 1. But we'll see. Togemon BT14. This has a your turn once per turn. When you would play a green Tamer from your hand, you could suspend one of your green Digimon to reduce the cost by 3. So essentially making your Taigas and Shotos free, and then making your Mimis cost 1. This has the same inheritable as Palmon. I don't know why I said Patamon. That was dumb. Where you can reduce the Digivolution cost by 1 if you have a green Tamer. We're running a 1 of Metal Tyrannomon. This is a when Digivolving on play. For each green and black Tamer you have, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then they're stunned. This is phenomenal. It's a great control piece. I used to use it a lot. One of the big issues with this, though, is that sometimes you just don't have targets, and they're chilling and raising or whatever it is, so you're just like, damn, you know? Its inheritable is helpful, though, where when you deleted opponent's Digimon in battle, you could trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. That's a lovely ability. I used to run 4 of these in my old version of the deck, and the current version I was running 3, and then I went down to 2, and we found ourselves at 1. So, yeah, there were just more valuable targets to have for ultimates. One of those valuable targets is Pangeamon. This Digimon is phenomenal. Not only when you Digivolve can you play a green or blue for 4 or less for free from your hand, but the biggest thing is on the inheritable. When you play another Digimon by effect, one of your Digimon gains Rush. Having the ability to cheat a Digimon out, immediately giving it Rush in green is phenomenal. With how wide you're going with this deck and the amount of stuff you're going to be cheating out, this is just too strong to not run. Too strong to not run. That being said, this is highly, for me, I'm highly considering putting this to 4 and bringing Maymemon down to 2. So let that sink in. Rapidmon is cheaper to Digivolve off of the Rapidmon from level 4. Not only that, but has on play and when Digivolve, de-Digivolve 1, so a little bit of control here. Also, if you have a green Tamer, until the end of your opponent's turn, they cannot delete or return this card to hand or the deck with effects. That is massive. This gives us some staying power where we kind of lack it. Originally, I was only running 1 of this, but it's been so valuable that I put it up to 2. This is another one of those ones that I've considered going up only 1 more, but the 2 has been kind of the magic number. We see it so often, and we Digivolve over it so often that it's kind of a non-issue. That being said, its inheritable is the same as good old Friendo up top. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top card of the security stack. So this and Metal Tyrannomon have the same inheritable, and while Metal Tyrannomon's ability is great, Rapidmon's ability has just been way more valuable. Maymemon, good old BT11, on play on Digivolve, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, play a Tamer with a cost of 4 or less from among them without paying the cost, and then put the rest on bottom, top or bottom, in any order. This just makes it so you can cheat things out easier with Digimon, because A, you're going to have more Tamers, B, you're going to have access to the cards you want on top when you go into Digimon, and when you play Digimon by effect, it gets blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. So just giving yourself some more sustainability as time goes on. You could put some lower Digimon in to, you know, be blockers or however you want to do it. Super, super nice. So before we get into the ace cards, let's talk Digimon. Let's talk shop. Lovely Digimon BT11, Digivolves for 3, off a green or a black Digimon. And then you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play a Tamer from among them without paying the cost. Place the rest at the top or bottom of your deck in any order. This is what happens when you Digivolve. So, in theory, you're going to reveal the top 3. You're going to see a Tamer. You play your Tamer, right? You'll probably be at like 3 Tamers now. 2 or 3 at the least. And then from there, you're like, all right, are these cards that were with that Tamer ones I want to play? Yes, no. And then you know whether or not you want to put it on top or bottom. The big effect, though, this is how we win our games, is the one attacking once per turn. For each green or black Tamer you have in play, reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. You may play any number of green or black Digimon cards whose play total equals 10 or less from among them without paying the cost, and then put the rest on your bottom in any order. So, like I said before, this basically just means if you got 3 Tamers, you reveal the top 3 of your deck, and then you look and you go, okay, I've got 10 play points to work with. Let's play 10 play points worth of Digimon cards. Very simple, very easy, big effects. So, what are our ace targets? Good God, talking is difficult. Our first ace target would be Shakkoumon Ace. While it's not a green Digimon, it is a black Digimon, so Digimon can therefore target it. As a on play and when Digivolving, Digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon, then none of their Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards can unsuspend until the end of their turn. So not only can you kneecap their boss Digimon power, but you can make it so that they're stunned, which is phenomenal. And then on attack, you get to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer Digimon cards. Considering how many decks now allow you to just spit out shit for free without Digivolution cards, this will be targeting something almost always. Then we're running a Mega Gargomon Ace from SD17. It says blocker and reboot, which is awesome, but has when Digivolving effect in case you get the chance to use it, of suspending 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and 2 of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend or Digivolve until the end of the turn. So not only are you stunning them, but you're stopping them from building a stack, which is awesome. And then when Digivolving or at the end of attack, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So it gets an extra swing if you so would like to. The reason I'm running one of this is it's not a 1 play effect, and we want more 1 play effects. It can just Digivolve over any of our ultimates though. So it's a good blast Digivolution to have just in your back pocket. Grand Quagmon Ace is, I feel like everybody knows this one. Everybody's running it. On play when Digivolve, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Cards this effect suspend cannot unsuspend during your opponent's unsuspend phase. Then delete one of their suspended Tamers. So essentially, if they've already suspended a Tamer, you can suspend 2 Digimon or Digimon and Tamer, whatever the combination is, and you can always hit a Tamer, right? Which is awesome. Your turn once per turn, when this Digimon becomes suspended, one of your Digimon gets security +1 for the turn. What's funny about this is it doesn't say that this Digimon gets security +1 for the turn. It says one of your Digimon. So you can give this to whoever you want. Cherubimon Ace is a really fun time for this deck. I mean, what? It has Alliance, and you're going to have so many bodies on the board, you're going to be wanting to use it regardless. And then it also has on play and Digivolve. You may play a green or yellow level 4 or lower Digimon from your hand without paying the cost. Then until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon gets -4k for each of your other Digimon. You're not going to be able to board wipe with this, well, unless they have 1 Digimon. But the ability to single-handedly destroy whatever you want because your board's going to be so fat off of a play from this is super, super nice. We're running 3 of these for that reason. The Alliance for the finishing power is phenomenal and allowing us to keep Digimon alive because it'll have that extra DP, but also just the removal effects are too strong. Speaking of removal, Imperial Dramon Paladin mode. On play, on Digivolve, trash all Digivolution cards of all of your opponent's Digimon. All of them. Then, return all cards from your opponent's trash to the bottom of the deck. If this effect returned to white level 7, gain memory. Okay. When attacking by return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to the bottom of the deck, unsuspend this Digimon. Okay, so here's the big thing. Are you ready? It's going to stop graveyard decks from doing their thing. We know this. But being able to simply just trash everything is really, really funny. Get rid of those really pesky inheritables on like fish decks. Dude, it is snowing outside. On fish decks, on... I can't think right now because I just got totally distracted. This will be able to get rid of those really pesky inheritables on something like a fish deck, so just keep that in mind. And then for our tamers, we're running no options. For our tamers, we're running 2 of BT1 Mimi. It's still relevant. It's still really good. It's a memory setter for 4. And then if you have a level 5 or higher green Digimon in play, you can suspend this tamer, hatch a Digi-Egg to an empty space in your breeding area, or move a level 3 from breeding to battle area. Just really, really nice to keep tempo, keep bodies moving as quick as possible. We're running 4 of BT11 Taiga. On your turn, all of your Digimon get +1 KDP. This is just a nice way to help keep your Digimon alive on swing and make good trades. And then your turn, when one of your green Digimon would Digivolve into a 5 or higher, suspend this, reduce the cost by 1. We, again, are trying to blitz our Digivolutions as quick as possible and keep our turn as much as possible. This is one of the best ways to do that. We're also running the new Shoto Kazuma from EX7. It just gives you memory if your opponent has a Digimon at the start of your main phase, and at the end of your turn, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon get piercing and blocker, just giving us a little bit of longevity. So we're running 2 of those. Then yeah, this is the deck, and I hope you like the matches you're about to see. Let me know what you think below. Honestly, I don't know what the hell was happening in this match. I don't know if I was struggle bugging, they were struggle bugging, but it's okay. We live and we learn. We open up right away just by dropping Palmon into a Totemon, just to make sure we can get our set up. We go into our Meimemon so we can dig for a tamer. Unfortunately, we whiff. A quick side note on this, for some reason, I thought that when I did the deck top or bottom, I wouldn't be able to order the cards. I know that I can order the cards. I don't know if it's because I didn't eat breakfast or what the hell was going on there, but that was a misplay for that reason. Very strange misplay. On my turn, I get to go again into a Cherubimon. We actually get to go into Digimon and just straight up fucking play the game immediately. I was kind of confused on what I wanted to do at first, but I knew pretty quickly that I was just going to say, you know what, fuck it, we ball. We're going to Digivolve into one of the cards in our hand. We're going to get this party started. So, or not Digivolve, we're going to play the Cherubimon from the card from our hand, because we're going to put it on the top of our deck and then play it from there. So Digimon gets to swing in safely because he's nice and big now. Cherubimon's effect deletes their board. And yeah, now we got a set of nice blockers, as well as some security going away. I Digivolve into Rapidmon over Rapidmon just for that extra layer of protection, just in case I need it so I can secure my next turn. Also, just to make sure I can Blast Digivolve into either of my Blast Digivolution options. We actually have a ton of things that we can do on their turn as it stands right now. We are in a very good board state position, and it's only going to get better from here. So yeah, I'm like, damn, what do I want to do? I have so many options. It's crazy. No tamers, but a ton of options. So I say, fuck it, we ball. We're going to draw a card. As per usual, we're gonna think about bumping our power, but I kind of decide, since there's not a whole lot going on, that I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that for whatever reason. Generally speaking, I should have put the Grand Quagmon on top and then, you know, played that, but hey, you know, we make mistakes and go from there, I guess. Now the Pangeamon's out, has the ability to Digivolve into another Ggmon, and then get us rush cards on our next turn. I don't know why I'm hesitating so much with my plays. I'm clearly afraid for whatever reason. Probably didn't need to. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I didn't need to give blocker to the Cherubimon. I should have given it to the Rapidmon, and then used Alliance on the Cherubimon. That was just like the better way to do it all the way around. But for some reason, I chose not to do it that way. So here we are. Paying for our sins, I suppose. I think it's really funny sometimes when I make misplays where I can tell that I was clearly either A, super overthinking things because I'm trying to show off a specific line or thing, or because I'm just rushing and I'm like, you know what? Again, hindsight's 20/20. It'd just be smarter if I just played the fucking game like usual, but I'm not doing that. I think it's really funny that I could just blast into Imperial Dramon Ace at literally any point in time. It's extremely toxic and there's no reason for that. Running 2 of the Imperial Dramon Aces in this deck is incredibly toxic. The amount of at-bats and chances you get to use them is quite frequent, and it's extremely powerful. So the effects have definitely been game-winning for me, which we'll definitely see more of later, because oh my god. I was not expecting the Ophanimon Ace. This kind of threw a wrench in my plans, but I was like, you know what? We're fine. I got this. Check this out. Blast Digivolve anyways. Killing their Ophanimon Ace, ending their turn, sending their shit back to the bottom. And I was like, yep, well, good game. Go next. Yeah, GG's to them. And then next round, I actually got to play against them again, which is super nice. So got to get a run back. This one was a bit more engaging, I feel like. There was less silliness. I think they knew what was going on with the deck this time a bit better. They were like, oh, okay, this is just fucking Digimon shenanigans. I know what to look out for now. You'll see pretty quickly that I changed my entire playstyle now that I've seen some of their cards and I know a bit better what the deck does. Originally, I kind of, I promoted early and I was, just trying to get my stack going early. This time I decided to play it a bit more safe. I figured, they've got a lot of these DP reduction effects and some of these other bullshit I don't really want to deal with. I'd rather just get into my stack and start playing the game. So instead of doing what I usually do in promoting so I can go, into champion or ultimate out on the field, I decided, hey, we're just going to build our stack back in raising. This reminds me of like a pre-BT11 play. Everybody was just building their fucking stacks, coming out and then swinging. That shit was wild. completely different landscape for the game now. I was a little concerned because they had so many swingers, and when they were swinging into my security here with their armor purgers, they did not hit a single fucking tamer, and they hit rookies the entire time. So they got to hang on to their memory, digivolve into Shakkoumon, and then just if they wanted to, they could have swung again or do really whatever they wanted. They didn't swing again, which is fine. But I was getting a little concerned that I was already down to 3 security. The reason for this is it's not hard for them to get off multiple swings, especially protected swings, and then DNA digivolve again for like a finish swing. So I knew that I was within lethal range if they just had the pieces. So that being said, I knew that like, okay, I got to do something with Digimon this turn. So only play was to really, see what I could get off draw, but we're definitely going to Digimon regardless. Fortunately, there was another tamer. Didn't really matter how I deck top these guys. I was deck topping them anyways. We're getting the Grand Quagamon because we're going to blow up their tamer. We do not want that shit on the field, period. And then we're going to stun their yucky rookies. If I'd been paying more attention, I guess it didn't really make a difference because I couldn't target the Shakkoumon anyways, but I was gonna say I could have probably suspended Shakkoumon, but again, he couldn't target that, so I don't know what I'm saying. So Grand Quagga got Rush, not that it matters, we'll see in a second. They blast Digivolve, making it so I can't attack with Grand Quagamon because it's got less than 1, it doesn't have inheritables, right? So Shakkoumon Ace just kind of shuts me down there. I got rid of my stack, which was kind of unfortunate. I was trying to decide what the optimal turn end would be, and then I ultimately settled on just choking them. I used my Cherubimon main ability to play Taiga, putting them at 1 memory. I was thinking about going another route there, but I said, you know what, we're good. I was gonna start building the stack again in my raising, but I said, fuck this. We're gonna play it smart, and then we're gonna use Imperial Ace when things go south. Because I knew that if he attacked with Vicomon Ace, he could have blown up my Grand Quagamon. But as long as I was able to blast Digivolve, which I would have been able to, that was not going to happen. What I should have done here, this was a slight misplay. I should have let this attack go through, and then I should have Digivolved afterwards. My concern was, though, if he had any good on when attacking effects, which I could have just double-checked, that if I waited, he would have got those 1 attacking effects first, and that would have been GG's for me. I don't know what he was thinking with this Atmon. The Atmon forced me to attack. Which I was going to anyway, but like, and I might have been stunned, I can't remember, but like, it made it so that I won. Like, I was able to bounce the Vicomon. Yeah, bouncing the Vicomon just got me way too much memory, and there wasn't much I could do at that point. Board was entirely too cleared. This round was interesting. I got to play against one of the new hybrid decks. I vividly remember hating playing against Red Hybrid. It was just way too good at what it did, in my opinion. It did the purple thing really well, where it like filled the grave and then did big effect off of the grave play. It always makes me salty because I'm a Minerva fan, and I just feel like those decks are underwhelming no matter how hard I try to make them work. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest with you, I got milli-whopped. I got fucking milli-whopped. I actually got to get the run back against this guy, but the footage was unfortunately interrupted and I didn't get to finish it. But yeah, I lost two times to this player, so GG's to them. I did my best to stay alive. I knew that I couldn't let the chip damage through, but I also knew the more that I put stuff in their trash, the more damage I was going to take, or the more I was going to skid him his win con anyways. Good lord, I cannot talk. So no matter what I did, it was kind of a lose-lose situation. And to be honest, I wasn't hitting cards that I needed, so keeping pace was just not happening. I was hoping that maybe with with getting more tamers out and digivolving, I'd draw into pieces I needed. but I was struggle bussing. So I got a little bit of an early lead on the security, but I knew that that was only temporary. The block here was... What am I doing? I'm just looking at how many cards this guy in his trash, and I'm worried. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, unless he gets a tamer, which there's only 8 of them, and I already have 4 of them on the field, he's going to be dying. So just block it, save yourself from the chip. Burning Greymon comes in, gets a little power up, swings, big ass bitch, kills my shit. It's a tamer too. Security +1 feels bad, man, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Do a little bit of creature removal, get my own suspend, go to Cherubimon because I still can't fucking draw a rookie or you know, another mega to save my life. Literally anything that I need. I'm like, well shit, I guess here we are. At this point, we might as well digivolve into another ultimate, hoping we'll hit something. And unfortunately it hit our 1 of Metal Tyrannomon. We're somehow seeing almost all of our ultimates, it feels like, at this point. And I'm like, damn, this is just not my game, huh? And unfortunately he hits his win con at this point because his graveyard's full. He gets to do the things he wants to do. So I just die. Emperor Greymon comes out, deletes my shit. He gets his memory back. Gets to continue his turn. All my shit's suspended. It's over. GG's. Yep. And that's how that goes. Is this I can't remember which one this is. I think this was the either this one or is this the Lucemon? I can't remember. Lucemon was kind of funny. Oh no. This is the deck where it's like, oh, it's a Terriermon deck. They're gonna be like, okay, it's Terriermon v Terriermon. Let's go. I was like, oh boy, they're in for a surprise. They're in for a treat when they see what my deck can do. When they see what we're gonna be doing. I thought that this was pretty funny. So they're out here trying to play an honest card game, and I said, we'll be having none of that. I'm cheating. I'm cheating my cards out onto the battlefield. I'm simply going to go into Digimon, and I'm going to slap a bunch of bodies onto the field, and life's going to be good. He does get a Truby off on turn 2, just to hit me with a little delete, but thanks to Armor Purge, we're still in the game. I mean, if I were smart, I would have just left my thing in Raising, but it's really not the end of the world. I've survived worse. I think to myself, you know what? You know what? Let's play a tamer. Let's be toxic. Let's de-digivolve. Get some blocker on the field. Get a little protection. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, if he swings, I'm gonna go into Cherubimon. I'm gonna blow his shit up. This could be a good time. And that was my plan, because I have the Agumon that I could play off Cherubimon. That'll give me 2 bodies. For some reason, I like misread it. I remembered it being for every other Digimon. And then when I looked at Cherubimon during this match, I was like, oh, for every Digimon, I get negative 4k to one of my opponent's DP. 6, I can hit for 12k. No, you can't, dumbass. It's only for every other. So it would have been 2 Digimon at that point. Because I'd have the Cherubi Ace, the Terriermon, and then the Agumon. It's 3. And one of them is Cherubi, so, you know, every other would be the rest of them. But yeah, I don't know. A little bit of misplay, but I went unpunished because Cherubi had blocker thanks to Shoto. And was able to freely take the kill on good old Antlimon. And then I also got the trash one of the security off the top because of my inheritable of the Rapid Bomb. So that was super, super sick. Fucking hard plays a Cherubi X. I was like, huh? I had to read the card again because I was wondering what's happening. Unfortunately, I didn't really have anything to draw into, but I was like, fuck it, we'll do it again. You know the goofy meme where it's like, oh, I'll do it again, or whatever. I was like, we'll just do it again. We'll go into Cherubi again. Life's good. I got Palmon right here. We're chilling. I got nothing to worry about. I'm over here thinking, because I don't remember what the hell I was doing. Drop our main mom, hoping to hit a timer. I don't know why I said it like that. We're deck bottoming everything because I want to see a Digimon ASAP. I'm just not fucking seeing one though, so life's a wreck. I did make a misplay here. I wasn't reading, I was just clicking when they swung in. So when I had the opportunity to give my negative DP, I gave it to the wrong fucking target like a dummy. But once again, I went unpunished because I just had so much security that it kind of didn't matter. If this was a situation where it would have mattered, you know, I would have been punished. There's going to be a running theme you're going to see with these videos because I'm constantly on like a really disgusting time crunch with, you know, having a job and a family and kids and stuff where I just make really stupid misplays I wouldn't normally make when I'm not trying to make videos and I could just play at my leisure. But with something like this, sometimes I just get a little too antsy and I need to be better about that so I can show the decks better. So I'll be working on that in the future, I promise. But yeah, so we just get a bunch of memory, go back up to 3, almost like we have a mem setter, but obviously we don't, which feels great, by the way. And then they just forfeit. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, GG's. You did your best. Now, this one makes me giggle. A little background on this one. I actually played against this player earlier in the day, and the round went on so long that they were down to 4 cards in their deck, and then they forfeited. And I don't know why, because I think I had 4 shields left and they had 5. Like, they were controlling me so hard. I couldn't draw a rookie to save my life. I couldn't draw like anything I needed. I kept getting ultimates and champions, I believe. Like ultimates and champions, and then like occasionally a tamer. And then the one rookie I did see, like, it just got blown up super quick. But in this match, I actually got, like, you know, a legitimate play. I didn't get completely screwed by the randomness of this draw engine. I feel like the DCGO draw engine is a little bugged because it doesn't feel random. I feel like there's patterns, if that makes sense. I definitely feel like it's not truly random, that's for sure. Anyways, so they are going to truly punish me, but I went into Rapidmon, so I was able to protect myself on this turn, so I could at least go into something on my next turn. I didn't hit Digimon though, so it's kind of a waste. I really don't like playing against this deck. I feel like out of all the Mega Zoo decks I've played against, this is probably my least favorite. And I'm not entirely sure why, because a lot of them kind of do the same thing, right? You drop a big body, they do big effects, you know, they have big monsters, and then you just got to kind of deal with it. And this doesn't really do anything different. I mean, like, its win con is like kind of different, but if you boil it down to the most simple strategy of LOL, play big bodies, reduce big body cost, it's the same fucking shit, just in a different paint of coat. And for some reason, this one just irks me. I really genuinely don't know what it is about this deck. But I am glad that it exists, and I am glad that I've gotten to play against it, because I have yet to play against it until more recently. Given blocker Cherubimon, because it's the only thing that's going to be there. Chances are, though, something's going to get deleted. They're going to be going for my ace anyways, so that's kind of where I'm at mentally. I was able to slow the stem of bleeding a little bit by actually, you know, fighting back this time and making it so they can't just keep deleting their own shit and playing their own shit. Unfortunately, they shot my Grand Kuwagamon, keeping their turn because it's an ace. So that felt really terrible. Sorry about that. My dogs are barking. But really, they couldn't capitalize off of it, and there wasn't much they could do. So I said, screw it. We're gonna try and play the game. I was like, man, here we are, fighting for our lives. Digivolving and shit. I'm like, damn, I gotta draw into a Digimon or something. I'm like, I can't hit a Digimon to save my life. I'm over here digging through my entire deck looking for one fucking card, and I simply cannot hit it. I said, you know what? We're just gonna choke him. We're just gonna choke him. Yep. I thought about it. I kept going back and forth. I said, finally, all right, fine. Fine. I simply just, oh, yeah, my bad. I accidentally pulled up my browser. I didn't realize it was on the same screen as the game. So we're gonna go ahead and blur that out there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was like, I simply just need to choke them out. I need to get as much memory as I can on my turn. Unfortunately, they're out here deleting my shit, making my life hell. Now I'm kind of worried that they're gonna get more cards back to keep their control and, you know, do the things that they're going to do. They're starting to actually get a wider board, and this is where I'm in the end game, right? They're going to start locking me out, and I'm not going to be able to play the game. So I need to just buckle up, Buttercup, go into Mega and get the W as soon as possible. My hope here is that I can go into Imperialdramon at some point so I can empty their graveyard so I don't have to deal with their bullshit in the grave. But getting there may be harder than I originally thought. So we're out here hatching, trying to draw into a Digimon. We don't fucking hit it, because why would we? Oh, there it is. Yay! We finally hit Digimon. And I'm like, going to Digimon. Yep. Get rid of those, and then we swing. Now, we want to hit something good. But I decide, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to protect my Digimon, and I'm going to play Imperialdramon right now. I'm not going to wait to Digivolve into it when they swing or something, because I'll probably get dead by an on-Digivolve or on-play effect. But I was trying to order this a specific way, and then I realized I was doing it fucking backwards like a dummy. I don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it. So don't worry about it. We threw his graveyard back to the bottom of his deck. He's got like nothing to grab now. Got a nice solid set of swings in. We did some damage. I'm like, man, what do I do? What do I do? And I said, you know what? Let's just play it safe. We're gonna make it so they can't use like memory gain off of anything with tamers. Not that we need to worry about that, but we're just gonna use it as a trump blocker. No biggie. Or, a sacrificial pawn. Delete something and delete this. I'm like, God damn, Lucemon again? Bruh. He's over here reducing his play cost yet again, bringing it all the way down to keep his turn. I'm like sweating because I know the bullshit's coming. I just know it's fucking coming. He's like, delete something or don't. Every time they give me the option, I delete something. I'm like, you know what? I'm a big enough motherfucker to know that sometimes you just gotta delete your shit so they can't get what they want. Purely out of spite at the very least. And yeah, there's not much they could do here. Kind of over for them. I was just double checking something on my swing order. And then, yeah, the GG's because they surrender. So GG's to them. It was a good time. I just want to say I appreciate you for making it to the end. These videos take a bit of time. I mean, they're not like the most time intensive, but they do take more time than some of my, my normal type of content. So the fact that you stuck out the video, you watched the whole thing, I very much appreciate that. Please, please, please let me know what you thought of the deck below, and if you have any decks you'd like to see in the future or concepts. I'm always down to brew new things just as a personal challenge or just for fun, because sometimes I'm holding my child and we can't do anything. I'm kind of baby locked, and I can only do things that require one hand, and playing DCGO and deck brewing is a great way for me to pass the time. So you'd be doing me a favor and you'd be doing yourself a favor, because you get to see something that you like put into play, or maybe a variation to something you like, that type of thing. Also, I mean, there's always the possibility I could feature your deck on a video if it's cool enough, in my opinion. Other than that, though, please join my Discord. If you don't, I'm gonna stick Digimon on you. He's gonna swarm you with a bunch of green monsters, and you're gonna go cry like a bitch to your mother. Good times. That's all for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Yeah.